Savon, 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 the Savon Show, the Savon Show. La 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 la, la 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 la. Savon, 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 the Savon Show. Listen, it's a starter. Okay. Like it could be a whole lot better, bitch, but I did it myself. And we all know I can't do everything perfectly, but I did it myself and I needed something different and we'll make it better. I might even contact my nephew, Inat Hunt from Inat Music, Inat Branch from Inat Music, and have him make me up a little something, something, pay him for a little something. How are y'all doing this week? I hope you're doing well. Mother's Day was just yesterday. This is where I'm recording it the day after. Mother's Day was yesterday. I hope all of the divas and jivas, honey, had a wonderful Mother's Day. I tell you what, mothers, if you don't know how important you are to the world, to our community, to your children, I don't think you gonna ever know. You play a part. And even when you play a fucked up part, because some of y'all play some fucked up parts and you done messed your kids fucked up. You done messed them up and left them fucked up. But they still hold you in high regard. That's just the way it goes. Don't feel bad. Because when the Father's Day come, I got some for them hoes too. But Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. Because what I do know, even though I'm not a parent of an actual human being, I'm a fur baby parent, it doesn't come with a book. It doesn't come with a rule book. You have to figure this shit out as you go. And if you are a single parent, like so many of my divas and jivas are, you are doing the best that you can. So I know I said what I said earlier, but I also say I know you doing the best that you fucking can with what you've been given. And for that, we say thank you. And we know you are only doing what you can. And we love you for it. Even when you fuck us up. You ain't mean to, but even when you fuck us up. I want to say something else while I'm on it. And then we're going to get into the show. I had an opportunity for this year's Mother's Day to spend it with my family, my mother's side of the family. You guys have heard a lot about my father's side of the family and my bonus family, whom I absolutely love and adore. But what I don't have an opportunity to do often is have meet up and hang and love on with my mother's side of the family, the originals, the originals, baby. The ones that was there from day one, the ones that molded me and made me who I am today, both good and bad, traumas and victory. It's traumas and victory. It was beautiful. I didn't know yes, I did. I was gonna say I didn't know I needed it so bad, but I knew. I knew. Y'all, life goes by so fast, and one thing that you don't get back is time. So you most definitely have to make sure that you exercise as much time, you utilize as much time as possible to love on those that are significant and important to you, and for those who are a part of your history, whether you agree or disagree. I understand with protecting your peace and do exactly what you need to do, and for those who are disturbing your peace, I need them to understand that at some point we've got to meet in the middle ground where we can love on each other, re energize each other, and have that connection. Because although we don't necessarily need family to move around in this life, when you are connected to family and when you have had that, there are parts of you that long for it. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how independent you are. I don't care how successful you are. At the end of the day, that's what you come back to. Most people don't get there until they're on their deathbed and then they want to reconnect and resolve and fix things before they transition into the next phase of their life. But I feel like you need to do it now. You don't get time back, and you're only going to waste time wondering what should have or could have been. So Take the time to find a way to work through your differences and love on each other. We loved on each other, and I am going to drop some videos and some pictures because y'all, I love my family and I don't tell them enough. I tell my immediate family, my mom, my sister, my niece, but my aunts, my uncles, my grandmother, my great aunts, my cousins, first, second, third, fourth generation cousins, and I tell some of them I don't even fucking know because there's so many of them and we ain't been in tight. But I love you. Some of y'all hoes scare me though. I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all, I be like, Lord Jesus, I don't know if I should carry my filter or not because you might try some shit. But I still love you. I still fucking love you, even with my hand on the trigger. I love you. Don't try nothing. Uh, but it was so good seeing everybody talking about our childhood. Listen, we were brought up in the church, so we were there. My uncle joked. He was telling people at school that he went to church every day, and my grandma was like, I did not have y'all in church every day. You know, she's a minister. And we was like, okay, maybe 2 or 3 times out the week we had a free night. Because we was definitely there every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I mean, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday was Bible study. Sometime Thursday night would be choir practice, and you have choir practice on Saturday, and then you got church, several different churches on Sunday. And if it was a revival week or a camp meeting, baby, it was all week long. It was 7 days a week, and you probably got to go to school as soon as you got out of church. Because baby, everything was paused. She was serious about it. And one thing that I can say about it, although we talk about it and joke about it now, PK kids, PK grandkids, we came out all right. We came out all right. We are successfully doing things. We are not in trouble. We have good lives. You know, we're not perfect, but we love on each other, and I am here for it. And listen, the first thing my grandmama said when she saw me though, because y'all know she is one of the people in my life that I listen to even when I don't want to listen to, because you know she has this space in my head. And when I think of when y'all see me in these glamorous modes, and you know, not just sexy, the sexy part comes from my mother, Lolo. But the glamorous, when I bring out old Hollywood and you just see, oh my God, there's just something regal about you, that comes from my grandmother. So, you know, she was a hairstylist. And so all things beauty were inspired and, um, uh, fed into me through her, my cousin who's also like a bomb hairstylist. I'm gonna say she's more of a uh she is what we call she's an expert lace tech, wigologist, weavologist, baby. She can rock you and give you whatever look you need to have. She definitely exceeds my skill set there. Um, I'm not gonna say natural hair because I do relax hair a lot, but I can do it all, a good mix of all, but she specializes in that. So her grandkids pretty much carried on the beauty for her. You know, we have our salons, we're in the business, we're doing what we need to do. And so, when I saw her, I was excited. And she didn't know that everybody was gonna be there. So it was wonderful for her. And she looks absolutely awesome. She looks beautiful. So I will share if y'all follow me on TikTok, Savon Osborne on TikTok. If you follow me on YouTube, the Savon Experience, Facebook, the Savon Experience, Instagram, the Savon Experience. I'll probably be posting some pictures. And that's if I don't post it in my member. I'm gonna post in my members area only first, because for those who are members on YouTube, I haven't been consistent. So I get if you let your membership go, like I ain't mad about it. But I'm gonna put things out there first for my members because they deserve it. They supposed to see shit first before the rest. Just like this episode, they're seeing before the rest. But yeah, we had a beautiful time. The first thing my grandmama said when she saw me though was, "Girl, that weight look good on you." Tell me a nice way to say you gain weight without telling me a nice way to say you gain weight. I was like, "Ugh, I know how to pick up some pounds, girl." She's like, no, but it looks good on you. So you were saying I was too skinny before, or you just trying to like clean it up because you done told me I done gained weight. So the whole time I'm sitting and I ain't eating shit because I'm like, she done said I was fat, honey. And I knew I done picked up a little weight, y'all. I done picked up about 30, 40 pounds, bitch. And I gotta get that. I'm gonna get it off. I'm gonna get it off because I ain't like the way that felt. Although it was all love and she didn't make me feel bad or anything like that. But I was like, no, I gotta get it out. Yeah. I'm tired of spreading my wings. But anyway, we had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. And I hope we get to do it again. And I hope we get to do it in the same spirit that it was done. And, everybody was good when nobody, tripping because how family can be sometimes. We had a great time. So moving along, because I have rambled about Mother's Day and my folks and us having a very good time. And, I like to keep the show at about 30 minutes because, people with short attention spans don't want to be around here that long. Okay. So, all the mothers, hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, grandiloquent Mother's Day. Now, I'm not drinking anything but truly Crystal Light today. And not even in a wine glass because see, some of y'all be thinking I be doing some other shit. And I'm like, well, they know your business. Okay. Girl, this mug, honey, by me. And ain't no filters on here, bitch. Well, maybe just like something to soften it a little bit. But it ain't no filter like TikTok. It's just gonna soft. It's gonna smooth. Smooth me out, girl. Smooth me out. Smooth me out. But anyway, we're going to get into this week because I don't know if you guys have watched the Jerrod Carmichael reality show. Episode 7 aired Friday. So if you have not watched the show or this particular episode and you want to tap out, walk out, take you a little moment. Look, one hand and tap out because I don't want you to know this is going to be spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'm about to tell some shit. So if you ain't seen the episode, you might want to pause here for a second. If you don't mind me dropping my thoughts on it, then stay on. Stay on. But like and share before your ass leave. Go out there and I want you to go. And I heard this from another YouTuber, honey. And I want you to go to the like button. And I want you to tap that bitch. And I want you to assault her. Pop on her motherfucking eye. Okay? It, terrorize her ass. Okay? Kidnap her. And before letting her go, make sure her other friends hit the like button too. Shout out to Mr. Ballin. That's where I got that shit from. Mr. Ballin, you're a funny person. All right. So y'all here, the ones that are waiting, they want to hear. All right. So episode 7 of the Jerrod Carmichael reality show on HBO Max. First of all, y'all, this show told y'all what I thought about it last week. He went to see his mama and he brought his little friend with him. His little friend. That sounded like I was minimizing their relationship, didn't it? His little friend. He brought his bae, his boo, the main one. I don't know. Let me keep my comments to myself. The main one. And the first thing that he did, he pretty much said at the beginning of the episode, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. That's what he said. Now, although I appreciate the honesty, but girl, come on. For real. The double standard is so tired, girl. Like, how often are we gonna play that role where what you can do is fine, but if somebody else do it to you, you got problems with it? It's always those type of people that really bother me. You do the most, but you can't receive the most. And I mean, I ain't like coming for you like that. I'm just saying, like, the show really paints you in. And I can't say it's painting you because, bitch, you executive producer on this is real, and this is how people really are in life. This is how they show up in relationships, etc. And you can be a cheat, but you can't be cheated on, apparently, because how can the cheater, you know, get in your feelings when they get cheated on? So he talked about how they in this episode they talked about having more of an open relationship. That way, when he cheats, he gets a pass. It's not like he cheating. They in an open relationship because he know as soon as his boyfriend leave, he gonna go off and start fucking folks, and that's just the way it is. And he realized, and I appreciate his honesty. I appreciate him talking to his boyfriend about it, giving his boyfriend an option to stay. More people need to do that. Be honest about the things that you're into and the things that you need and the things that you're going to do and not going to do. Don't walk in there saying, "Oh God, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna be faithful. I don't need this," because you don't know. You might. Things change. Now they only been for 8 months, and most people it's a few years before they walk into that space because of the fact that they get bored with each other, etc. But it's only been 8 months for them, and it the whole 8 months I think he's been cheating on on Mike. Is his name Mike? Um, but I like the fact in this particular episode, even though I feel that the show really paints Jerrod Carmichael, in my opinion, and this is just that my opinion. Do we need to hit it again? This is my hold on one second. Warning: the thoughts and opinions shared on the Savon Experience are just that, thoughts and opinions, and sometimes alleged. Viewers, be warned. Okay? These are my opinions. Okay? My opinions. I want to make sure y'all get it. My opinions. Somebody not listen. Now pause. These girl are my opinions. Opinions. It's like assholes. Everyone has one. Oh, we hope. Opinions. I feel like the show paints Jerrod in a very selfish, self-centered manner way. Maybe that's his personality. I don't know. Maybe that is just, you know, how the show is edited. I don't know him. But it makes him seem very self-centered and selfish. It seems that he's really evolved on what he wants, and he said that. To be fair, he said that in his previous episodes that you know I'm gonna do what I want to do, and if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, and I can appreciate that as long as you're telling everybody about that. That's in your friendship circle. That's in your relationship circle. Everybody knows what they're dealing with. That you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and you ain't gonna do what you ain't gonna do. Okay, because everybody can make a decision on what they gonna do and what they ain't gonna do. And you have to respect that just like you want them to respect what you gonna do and what you ain't gonna do. So the opening, they spoke about opening the relationship with their therapist. And um I feel that's a major complication, and it don't always end up the way you think. When they were talking about it, and they had this whole open relationship contract or guidelines or 10 commandments. The one thing that I know out of experience in my life, and this is just out of once again, these are mine, my opinions. Most people don't follow the rules. Somebody's gonna find either the loophole, or they're just gonna outright just say fuck it, because having rules and guidelines and then doing things outside of those turns people on sometimes. And I feel like the rules will be broken. So when they said that, I was like, oh God, you just writing down the things that you're gonna the first thing you're gonna do it as quickly as possible. Because when people usually step outside in a situation like they do in the most sneakiest, gutter butt, or most offensive way, because that adds to the intrigueness of it for them. For some people. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna break the rules. And what you don't know about opening up relationships is you don't know the type of connections you're going to have. You don't know the type of experiences you're going to have. And sometimes I feel like that opens up Pandora's box, because what if you run across someone who has a deeper connection than you have with your partner? And Jerrod talked about that. He said one of the things that scares him the most about having an open relationship is if he finds someone who's smarter, who reads more, who's more intellectual, that he and has an emotional connection with them. And it was at that moment I was like, okay, so explain to me, Jerrod, then how you can be out here playing the field and having these connections. And I knew before he even said anything further into the show that it almost felt like he viewed Mike, the partner, as the woman, right? Because in most heterosexual situations, men don't like their women to cheat because they feel like it's going to be emotional. She's going to fall in love. She's going to get attached. And honestly, you never know. When you opening up Pandora's box like that, that can happen. You can go out there with all the intention to just be purely physical. It's just to get what I need in this moment, and I'm gonna move on. But you never know the connections that you're going to make. You may meet someone, and you be like, "Oh my God, the connection is cool. I really like them. You know, we jive. The relationship, the intimacy can far exceed what you've experienced. I mean, it can happen. And then what? You didn't expect that. Then what? It'll make you second guess the whole experience. And some people say, well, that means that wasn't a person for you. Maybe, but how you gonna handle it? And then, right when I had that thought, girl, right when I had that thought, how you gonna handle it when when he meets somebody, or he has Mike has the opportunity to do what you're doing, Jerrod? How are you gonna handle it? And as soon as I thought it and was making my notes, because I watched the episode and I make my notes, he admitted that seeing his boo with someone scared him initially. He was like, I don't know. I can do it, but he can't. But then when they opened up the floodgates and they had their first experience, he was nervous about it. But then he was like, "Oh, seeing him with somebody else was like the best porn he'd ever seen." So for him, it made him hotter, right? Then I thought, what if it makes you jealous? Like in that moment, it can make you hot, and then when everybody's climaxed and everybody's done what they needed to do, then what you gonna think? Oh, you looked at him in a way that's more intense that you looked at me. The way you moved, the way you thrusted, the way you did, and look, listeners, be aware. This is gonna get adult, okay? So if children are listening, I probably should have led with that. You might want to turn this off and wait till later, or you gonna have some explaining to do. You gonna have some explaining to do. Okay. Um. So get back to my conversation. So what if you get jealous? I mean, I love the fact that they took the approach of having the relationship agreement. I love the fact that they tried to go about it as responsible as possible. I love the fact that they tried to account for all situations and make sure, look, these are the rules, these are the do's and the don'ts. However, I have never seen anybody ever stick to those rules. Somebody's gonna always break the rules. And I be damned if the first person that broke the rules was Jerrod himself. Are we surprised though? Are we surprised? Mm-mm. We not surprised, squirrel. We not surprised, squirrel. We not surprised, squirrel. We knew it. We knew it. I knew Jerrod was gonna fuck it up. And he did. Had a hook up with somebody. Didn't tell him until after it was done, after he done did the deed, and there wasn't nothing that could be because he said he want to feel judged, he want to feel bad about it. You didn't want to feel something, but you didn't give a fuck about how he would feel in that situation. So this boy is sitting here already dating a celebrity is I'm pretty sure hard because you have so many people who are trying to get at them, right? And so they have all of these opportunities and hopefully, dear God, he doesn't have any type of insecurities because it's only going to make things worse when you have such a person that's in the limelight that has people coming at them all the time, that's in their DMs, and especially now that you gay girls or girls are going to come out. You have to deal with the girls, the bio girls. They got to deal with the girls. And so you just still do what you want to do. So then when you leave the situation and you go home, you have to wonder, is he gonna be doing? And yes, him is. And sometimes that's kind of toxic, and you find that shit kind of hot. We know it. They find it hot. But oh, and then but you mad about it too. But it's that it's the toxicity of it all. But anyway, so he does exactly what we said he was gonna do. He cheated. He cheated. And when he told Michael about it, he was like, oh, okay. So I don't know how Michael dealt with it behind the scenes, but on the show, honey, Michael was like, okay, bitch, I'm gonna get my lick back. And I gagged when Michael told Jerrod that he attempted a hookup with somebody from the app. And Jerrod was like, what? When? And you didn't tell me about it? So wait a minute, I'm processing it, and I'm just girl, he was so upset. He had to process the fact that this particular person is doing he done had a connection. Now, Mike didn't go through with it. He said he didn't go through with it, but Gerard was like, "But the only reason why you didn't go through is because Mike said that he was unattractive. Was It's because he was unattractive, but outside of that, you would have full on throttled." He said, "Yeah, because I wanted to." See, I don't think people understand that in relationships, like just because you with that person doesn't mean you're not going to want anybody ever. Like somebody might want somebody else, and you might see somebody that's attractive, but you make the conscious decision. And they talked about that. You make the decision on what you will and will not do. And a lot of times, for the respect of the relationship, if you don't have an open relationship, if you have not talked about that, then you say no. It's called control, sweetheart. It's also called, if you're with that person and they're your friend and you respect them, it's called respect. Restraint. Or you talk about it, and if y'all's thing is to have an open relationship, then do that. I will only say that it don't always work with everybody. But I love the fact when Michael served Gerard a dose of his own motherfucking medicine. And we saw Gerard truly become uncomfortable. And it brought me joy. I ain't gonna lie. Because there was a part of me that felt like, bitch, that's what your ass get. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And you have to remember that you are with someone who is attractive, who's stunning, who catches the eye and gaze of the other gaze, girl, of the other men. Bitch, you liked them. You don't think nobody else is gonna like them? Gonna find them attractive? I think people forget that. While you out here doing all this other shit to other people, you forget the person that you are dealing with is also attractive. Unless you just like ugly motherfuckers. And if that's the case too, okay. Well, ugly motherfuckers get people too. They got you. You like the ugly motherfucker, so the ugly motherfuckers gonna like hell. Other people gonna like the ugly motherfucker too. Let's just keep it. Let's call a thing a thing. As T.S. Madison would say, bitch, put that dress on and show him you pressure. Shout out to T.S. Madison. Pressure, bitch. You are pressure. You have to show them sometime. Bitch, you ain't the only one. If you decide you want to roll the fuck out, bye. I can get somebody else. But we got to also remember that they can too. The pendulum, it goes both ways, bitch. Like the bisexuals, girl, both ways. It ain't just on your side. I'm on your side. Bitch, I don't know why I'm singing everything today. But I loved it. He had a dose of his own medicine, and I love the fact that he had to come to grips with this is how that shit feel, and you don't like it. But then there was moments it seemed like he was kind of playing through it too, right? So there was scenes where as they progressed through, and there were also other moments where they was like, "Bitch, I'm hooking up and I'm doing this and doing it." And I think Mike had a hookup in the apartment that they share. I just feel like, girl, like I don't know. Not in the house though, bitch. Like take that shit outside. Don't bring them to your place. What if they crazy and they gonna show up where y'all live at? No, girl, no. Don't ever let them hoes come to your house. Whatever you do. Go somewhere else. Don't do that shit at home. Because you got to have somewhere to retreat back to when you need your space and your peace. And these hoes don't need to know. Your tricks don't need to know where you live. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I love the fight. Mike, good job for letting that bitch get a dose of his own medicine. Because he needed to. You are smart. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are attractive. You are knowledgeable. You are educated. You are just as talented. So you got to always make sure. Gerard's type of person that you got to really apply that pressure. Let them know how much you love them and let them know how much you still have options. Y'all are doing something that I'm not going to say I haven't tried it, but this episode is not about me letting you in my business. I'm here talking about everybody else. I'll just say that what I learned from the situation was that I'm not able to do it. I'm not mature enough to do it. I know the energy I give. I know the energy that I bring, and I know that people are often drawn to me, and if they're good people, decent people, you know, and I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to disrespect their time. I don't want to disrespect their heart. I don't want to disrespect the relationship. So I'm gonna always be honest, even if the shit hurts. I'm gonna always be honest. And so that's where we are. We gonna be honest. So I maybe we'll talk about that another episode when I want you in my business, but not today. Okay. I just feel like there's respect to be given. If you guys are on the same page with it, then cool. Um, I'm not so sure that they were on the same page personally. I don't feel like Mike was on the same page with it. I think, he was like, okay, bitch, if you think you can do it, I can do it too. It. Some people feel like I can show. They like Missouri, the show me state. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And good for you. If you happy with it, baby, I love it. If you like it, I love it. I definitely feel like that, there's more to see. And I love the episode. And all in all, I love the episode. I love that they show us all sides of a complex relationship, especially with someone who's fresh out the closet. Um, I love how they show a lot of misogynistic ways, even amongst the gays. Ooh, come on, Ryan. Misogynistic ways, even amongst the gays, bitch. The legitimate quas. Um, I like how they broke that down and they show it. I like how Jerrod shows, baby, when he's his pros and his cons. I can appreciate that. I don't know if I could do it though, girl. That's one thing I'll give you strength for. I don't know if I can do it, but I appreciate it. I think we need to see it because it happens every day. I think we've seen enough Disney shit on TV to know that relationships aren't Disney like. It's not. It's not Disney like. So we see it. We see it. So, y'all, if y'all have not seen the episode, go out there and check it out. This is the only show, and I'll say it again. I've said it on every time I've talked about it. It's the only show that I actually wait for the episode to come on and watch it like the next day. I took 2 days because I had to spend time with my family for Mother's Day, and I loved it. I love them. So now we're going to take a walk into the hair corner. I cannot do an episode without. Ooh, baby, you just bumped all up into that mic. Y'all see how I have the mic sitting here this time. If y'all not watching the episode, y'all can go out there and watch it, the video. If you're listening, then you can't see the visuals. But I changed the placement of my mic, and I hope the sound comes through a little bit better. But the hair corner, y'all know each week I see a couple videos, and I've got to say something about it. I'm gonna show you the videos first, and then I'm gonna comment, and then we're gonna get up out of here because we are already at 35 minutes. Hanging at 10 more minutes for me. The first video, girl, listen, she needed just a little volume.
those too high. I'm gonna put them between my hair so that my hair can really shine.
Girl, what is you snapping it to, though?
My hair's so much thicker. Now we
Girl,
just
is it?
up.
So this was just like y'all clip ins do work, even if you don't have a lot to grab, girl. And I hate if somebody gets to pulling her hair, baby. It's going to come out. All right, for the clip ins, girl. Now, this is another thing I don't like, y'all. Listen, Snuffleupagus was a character. Can we please let Snuffleupagus stay in his own lane? I don't know how you don't end up with an eye infection when you do this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a banger with this.
Girl, can she see? Can she see? It was like caterpillars on her face, girl. What's really going on? You want conjunctivitis. And every time I've seen this, y'all, oh, this hair, it's a piece of hair in my face. Every time I've seen this, oh my God, it's like their eyes are like bloodshot red. Girl, that cannot be good for your face and your eyes. Y'all don't want to see? Apparently, you don't want to see. Why are you making it a thing? Them Snuffleupagus ass. I can't even say Snuffleupagus because Snuffleupagus had enough whiskey to make volume look good. Bitch, it's like you just got cicadas on your damn eye. The fuck? Last but not least, ladies, don't do this. It is not that serious. Take care of your take care of you first. This is what we call self-sabotage. She don't see them bumps.
Yeah,
She don't see that irritation.
no ceilings, baby. I'm swimming in polo.
And she was cute as hell. Pretty young thing. Pretty young thing. Pretty young girl. You know I see ya. Girl, I don't want to see that though. You have an allergic reaction to the lace glue. You're not using the skin protect. You're not cleaning your skin. You're not keeping it. And this is not to shame her. This is not to talk bad about her. These are my opinions. You are not taking care of your skin. That is your skin. And when that heals, you're going to have discoloration there. Is it that serious to wear a wig to where you got to let your skin just be irritated like that? And sure, you cute when you've got the wig on, but I know you scratching that. Listen, I have allergies to lace glue like that. The only lace glue that I can use that has not broken me out like that, to be very, 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 very honest, and no one has paid me for this, is Bold Hold. Bold Hold. And I don't even have to use the lace glue anymore. I use the liquid gold by Bold Hold or the lace jelly because with me, y'all already know I'm not gonna wear that bitch to sleep. I'm not wearing it's bad girl. I need to wash my skin. I need to condition it, honey. I need to cleanse it. I need to take care of it because you only the fuck. I have enough issues, honey, from shaving beard, bitch. I don't need nothing else. And makeup can only do so much, but when you don't have it on, bitch, you get you. So, girl, don't think we didn't see the fact that you didn't even shampoo your scalp, girl. You had all kind of buildup on your scalp. You couldn't have took the time. You already cut all your hair off, which I can appreciate because if you're wearing wigs all the time, what's the point of having hair if you ain't gonna take care of it? Just shave it. But girl, you could have ran some soap and water, some shampoo, a good scalp therapy on your scalp before you put that wig on, girl. And find something else. Your skin is breaking out. Is it that crucial? This has been it for the hair corner of the Savon Experience Podcast. Listen, take care of yourself, take care of your skin, take care of you, and don't let shit keep you from having a full life. Y'all, once again, I started the show out with talking about my family, and how I loved seeing them. Today is all that you have. You have to live it like it's your last responsibly. Don't go out there blowing all your money racking up all them bills because bitch, you might fuck up and survive and be here the next day. Then you're gonna be crying. But take the opportunities to mend fences. You never know when your last day is your last day. time is not promised to you. Okay? Talk about it, forgive, okay? Move forward. You ain't got to forget. Move forward, move in purpose, and don't be out here just being reckless and ratchet for no goddamn reason. Find you something to do. I love y'all and thank you for watching the Savon Experience podcast and listening to the Savon Experience podcast. Well, you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. Bitch, we everywhere. Ooh, that voice got deep. We everywhere. I'm about to load this up. Y'all have a good day and a good evening, honey. And I will see you sometime next week, bitch, because I ain't going to keep a day because I'm busy. I'm working. Bye.